Hi everybody, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to the first remote edition of Magic Monday. I wish we were able to do this in class today in person, but I'm glad that we have this way to do it today. For today's Magic Monday, we're going to play a little game of hide and seek. But in honor of Pi Day, which we just had not long ago, I'd like to change the game from hide and seek to pied and seek. Pi, as you know, is a number that has an infinite decimal expansion, but it starts with the numbers 3.14159 and then goes on infinitely from there. We're going to use this number in our game of pied and seek today. The object is pretty simple. You're going to try to find a place to hide on Furman's campus, and I'm going to try and find you. And as you move around in some ways that I'll describe, I'll be looking for you and throwing pies in your direction. If you make it all the way to the end without me finding you, then you win. The first thing for you to do is to find a place at Furman to hide. So pick one of these spots at Furman, whichever one you want, and put your finger on the screen and keep it there for a little while. This is going to be your original hiding place. And while you keep your finger there, I'm going to add some more places at Furman in, so that makes it a little harder for me to find you and give you some more places to go. Now the next thing I'm going to ask you to do, don't do it yet, is to make 3 moves, and we'll use a 3 since 3 is the first number in our expansion of pi. And the 3 moves that you're going to make have to all be either vertical or horizontal. They can't be diagonal. So for example, if you start at the chapel, you could make 3 moves by first going to the DH, and then to Plyler Hall, and then to Furman Hall. That's 3 moves. Or, if you start at the chapel, you can make a move to the DH, and then a move to Riley, and then a move to Trone. That's another 3 moves. Last example, if you started at the chapel, you could go to the library, and then come back to the chapel, and then go back to the library. That's 3 moves. So as long as you make 3 moves, vertical or horizontal, you can choose to go wherever you want to go. All right. When I say go, make your 3 moves. Go. So now I'm going to throw a couple of pies and see if I can find where you are. North Village, Lakeside. If your finger is on North Village or Lakeside, then I've found you and you're out of the game. Otherwise, you're still in the game and you can keep playing. I'm going to take away North Village and Lakeside so that we don't use those spots anymore. So as you're moving and all the other times, you don't want to step on North Village or Lakeside. And that's a good idea anyway, because the geese have been hanging out of those places for a while and you don't really want to walk through there. Now 1 is the next digit in our expansion of pi. And so for our next move, I'm going to ask you to make 1 move, either vertically or horizontally. Again, not diagonally. So when I say go, make your 1 move. Go. Okay, you should have your finger on another spot. I'm going to throw another couple of pies. Let's see if I can find you. Trone, the pack. If you are either at Trone or the pack, then you're out. Otherwise, you get to keep playing. Let's remove Trone and the pack from our game board. And once again, you don't get to step on the X's as you move around here. So the next number in our expansion of pi is 4. This time I'd like you to make 4 steps, either vertically or horizontally, once I say go. Go. Okay, keep your finger on your final spot there. I'm going to throw 1 pie this time and see if I can find you. If you're in the library, then I caught you, and you're out of the game. Otherwise, keep playing. Let's keep going the same way. 1 is our next number, so from where you are, when I say go, make 1 step, vertically or horizontally. Go. Okay, let's see. I'm going to throw 3 pies this time and see if I can find you. Plyler Hall, Johns Hall, Soho. If I found you in any of those spots, then you're out of the game. Otherwise, keep playing. 5 is the next number in our expansion of pi. So make 5 moves now. Okay, here come 2 more pies. McAllister, hip. If you're on McAllister or hip, you're out. Otherwise, you get to stay in. Our next move is a bunch of moves because 9 is the next digit in the expansion of pi. So when I say go, make 9 moves. They have to all be vertical or horizontal. Ready, go. Okay, wherever you are, stay there. I'm going to now throw 2 more pies and see if I can identify anybody who's still left. I'm throwing one at the bell tower, and I'm going to throw one at the chapel. If you're one of those spots, you're out. Otherwise, you're still in. So we're down to just very few places now, and maybe you're still in. I'm going to ask you this time just to make 1 move, 1 step. So take 1 step from wherever you are. Go. And keep your finger there. I'm going to throw a couple of pies and see if I can find you. Throw one at the DH. Good place for a pie. And throw one at Furman Hall. And those are out. If you're in Riley Hall, then you're the winner. And I imagine through all this that we had a whole lot of winners. In fact, the magic here, if you haven't guessed it already, is that everybody should have won. No matter where you start at the beginning, as long as you follow the steps and move only vertically or horizontally, you always end up at Riley Hall. If you like, watch the video again and start in a different place and see for yourself. If you do that, let me suggest that you mute it so that you don't have to listen to me and my silly jokes twice in one day. Thanks for playing along. Hope you have a great week.